All right, the first hole here at Dairy Creek is a really fun one. I like to hit the ball from right to left with a little bit of a draw, which is perfect for this hole. A lot of people hit a little bit of a ball that goes left to right instead, a little bit of a slice. So on this hole, as you notice, we've got kind of a half moon shaped fairway that kind of goes from right to left, which fits my shot shape, but is a little intimidating for many other people. The reality is there's a huge landing space out there that you can land on. It doesn't look that big from here. Like most of our holes out here at Dairy Creek, you're going to hit the ball towards the cart path side of the hole. Everything's going to move from the cart path down towards the creek, which you see along the right-hand side. The wind predominantly on this hole also blows from left to right, so it's only going to exacerbate that slice a little bit more. Now that I've said all of those kinds of things, we're not going to focus on that creek on the right-hand side. We're going to focus on hitting our ball the direction that we want to go. If you look out that direction, you see the rock outcropping, which is up there down towards the green. That's going to be my aiming point on this hole. I'm going to try and hit just a nice little left to right shot like many other golfers would hit. If I miss it a little bit left, it's going to hit that hillside. It's going to kick me back down into the fairway. If I miss it a little bit right, I've created a whole bunch of space by aiming way to the left that I've got a little bit of room for error if I miss it out to the right. Just going to try and wail on this driver as hard as I can. The goal is to try and put it out there where I can get myself into the green in two. For most golfers, there is this creek that runs in front of the green. It's about 100 yards away from the green, so you got to really pipe one, and sometimes the best shot might be to just take your licks and lay up on the next shot. But let's see how this one goes. We'll figure out how to play it from here. All right, left to right swing here. Pretty straight ball. It's going to kick a little bit down. I'll take that all day. Well, as you see, it's a little bit less desirable location where we ended up. I hit under the hillside, which is where I was wanting to try and hit my shot to. It didn't quite bound all the way out here into the fairway. We ended up kind of in this little sunken depression. So I've got a pitching wedge in my hand, and that's kind of what I would encourage many of the people as you play this hole. As you kind of look out to the fairway here, it's rather wide, so I want to kind of give you the breadth of how big this actually is. From the tee box, it doesn't necessarily look that big, but there's almost 45 yards worth of width out here on this fairway for you to land your shot. So like I said, we came up a little bit undesirable. We're stuck in the rough, kind of sitting down a little bit. Most of us are going to have a shot here that you're going to need to either to carry that creek. You're going to be looking at somewhere between maybe 200, 210 to, well, let's say maybe about 170 yards to maybe 210 yards to carry that creek. So I'm actually going to lay up. I'm not going to try and take a chance of an ill-performed swing and put me in more danger. So I want to eliminate the fact of making a 6 or worse. But I'm going to go ahead and lay up. So I've got about a 140-yard shot to that bridge. I'm going to choose to try and lay up about 120 yards, which gives me safe location to be able to have plenty of area in case I skull this one a little bit or catch it a little bit better than I think that I would. So it gives me plenty of room. From there in, we're going to have about 115 to 120 yard shot into the green. So I'm going to kind of choke down on my club here, kind of try and hit one low and punch it out a little bit, and we'll see how this turns out. Again, my focal point is going to be kind of towards that rock, almost like what we did on the tee box back there. Ooh, caught that really well. Let's hope we can find it. I'm tickled with where this ball came out. That ball jumped out of that rough, caught a little bit of a flyer lie, but we ended up just shy of going into the rough. I love this position. We're on a nice flat area. If you catch a little shorter, you're on a little, you're on an incline, so you're kind of throwing the ball up into the air, which helps the average golfer even more. So from here, we don't necessarily have to worry so much about the creek. We've only got about a 40-yard. I can skull this thing and miss it really badly and still get across this creek. So that's not even going to be into our swing thoughts here. As you look up towards the putting green, you can tell we're a little bit uphill. So we've got 106 yards as our actual yardage from my ball to the flag right now. I'm going to play it closer to like 112, 115 yards because it is uphill a little bit. We got a little bit of a breeze. It's not necessarily hurting or helping. It's kind of blowing straight across us. And as we hit this ball up in the air, hitting a wedge, as soon as it reaches its apex, it's going to lose steam, and that ball is really going to drift with the wind back to the right-hand side of this hole. So I'm going to aim a little bit left, maybe about 7 to 8 yards left of that flag. My look is those two oak trees that are up there on the hillside. I'm going to aim along that direction and let that ball drift back to the right as it loses its apex and steam and comes back down to the flag. So let's give it a shot. Get my alignment here. Coming back right at it. Woo. Let's go make a birdie. All right, we hit the green. So as we wander our way to the green here, I'm really happy with where the ball ended up at. As you kind of see the contours of the green, there's a little bit of a turtle back on the right-hand side. That as you get past that, if we had a blue pin, the pin actually, or the green drifts away from front to back or from middle to back. Here where we're at, we're a little bit up the hill. So the front of the green goes up to that turtle back and then it kind of drifts away. So we're pretty much in a good spot. We're going to hit some shots up here. You notice that I was planted about 115 or 112, 115 yards. I still actually came up because as you notice now the wind's a little bit more into us, which I didn't notice back there. So by taking a little bit more club, it allowed us to not come up short. So we've got a putter in our hands. Let's go make a good short stick shilling. All right, we hit the green, so I'm going to go ahead and fix the ball mark here. Pushing all the grass into the middle of the divot instead of lifting the middle of the divot up. Tamp it down with the putter, nice and smooth. I'll mark this just really quickly and knock some of that mud off the ball so we don't have that affecting our putt. I don't want any external reasons to say I missed the putt. Put the ball back down. So, looking at this putt, it's probably going to be fairly straight. I want to read it to where it's going to maybe turn a little bit from left to right, just slightly, a hair. I'm going to really kind of play it right up to the left side of the hole. Make a good smooth swing. See if we can drop this baby. I'm going to back up and try and feel it a little bit. A little bit up the hill. Put a little extra on it. Broke a lot more than I thought. Pace was good. I'm happy with a 5 to start